The new Agents of Sabotage DLC has been out for a few days now, and I feel like it's a good time to revisit some of the best money-making methods in GTA Online in the context of this new update, because this might be one of the last major DLCs we get before the launch of GTA 6 next year, barring any delays. And since there's been quite a bit of hype and controversy surrounding this new DLC update, I felt like it was a good idea to compare it to the last two updates and DLCs that we got, and also compare those against the rest of the ones that I'm including on today's list. This video is going to be specifically tailored towards solo players, because I know there are some lone wolves among you who want to know if this new business is worth your hard-earned GTA Online dollars. Also, remember, this list is really in no particular order right here. I've just put up some of the best ways so that you can compare them against each other, and this doesn't really represent their actual money-making potential or gameplay importance. But with all that said, let's not waste any more time, because I know you're hungry to make loads of cash with the new Darnell Brothers factory, so let's dive in and see what this new update is all about. First things first, you need to open up the Maze Bank Foreclosures website in GTA Online and purchase the Darnell Bros Garment Factory. It's unique here because unlike most other businesses, there is just one location and you get zero customization options, so no staff or equipment upgrades, not even cosmetic upgrades. I guess it would be unfair for us to expect a fully fledged business with tons of new and exciting stuff on the same level as, say, the Agency or even the Cayo Perico Heist, because this game is 11 years old now and Rockstar has clearly devoted most of its developmental resources at this point towards the upcoming GTA game. But some people really bought into the hype train and were expecting a lot more content. But once you've purchased your new garment factory, you'll have to visit the location marked on your map, where you can watch a little cutscene before Jody hands the reins over to you. And I've already done a deep dive into the garment factory and how to make money with it, but basically there are two ways. First is the safe in your office, which is where all the profits from the legitimate side of your business goes, and this only is going to give you about $1,500 to $2,000 per in-game day, so 48 minutes real life. Really pathetic if you ask me. It's even worse than the office safes from other businesses in the game, which at least act as a nice little extra on top of your active income. Even the bail office is better, but the safe in the Darnell Brothers factory is the worst of the bunch, and it turns out not a whole lot of people in Los Santos want to buy our t-shirts and sweaters. But that's fine, because the clothes are just a front for our real business here, which is hacking into the FIB's database and stealing all their classified information so we can do some really cool mini heists. I call them mini heists because they're much smaller than proper heists like Cayo Perico, both in terms of scope and payout, but that's not necessarily a bad thing here. See, there are 4 FIB files which you can complete at the Darnell Bros factory, and out of these, there's going to be one priority mission that cycles on a weekly basis, and this is the one you want to do first because it pays well over $300,000 and only takes about 30 minutes. Then you have the other 3 regular FIB missions, which pay anywhere from $150,000 to $155,000 depending on the mission, and the setup phase for each of these is also quite small, so you only need 10 to 15 minutes for the setup before you get to the finale. And right now, there are 4 different missions you can choose from. We have the black box file, the brute force file, the fine art file, as well as the project breakaway file. And while I was recording this video, the brute force file was the priority mission of the week, so understand that if you do a priority file, it goes on cooldown and you can't access it until the next weekly update. But that's fine here, because the remaining 3 only have a 5-minute cooldown between each mission, and they can be spammed endlessly, so you can get an easy $150,000+, do a couple of side activities or resupply missions for your other businesses, come back and resume the FIB files once again. And it gets even better here, because thanks to the new Darnell Bros phone app, you don't have to be in the actual factory itself to start these missions. You can open up the app and manage every FIB file from your phone. I wish that in a future update, Rockstar adds this feature for other businesses as well, or at least the most popular ones, because this would be a massive quality of life improvement and save so much time for serious grinders. While the base payouts for these FIB files aren't all that impressive, what really makes these FIB missions profitable is the bonus that you get for completing certain requirements in the finale. So for the 150k regular missions, your bonus is around $50,000 for a total of nearly 200k, plus another $50,000 as a first-time bonus. And if you do the priority mission, you get a bonus of $100,000 for a total of over $450,000 in 30 minutes. So what are the additional objectives for each FIB file? Well, let me walk you through them really quick, one by one, because they're super easy and anyone can honestly do them, even a total noob. For the project breakaway file, you need 3 things: locate the hideout within 5 minutes, get 15 headshots, and finally, you need to get the black books as well as the server blades in addition to the main loot, which is the hard drives. Then for the black box file, where you shoot down a giant cargo plane and recover the black box from underneath the sea, you need to make sure that you destroy all 4 engines before it goes down. Then while you're diving, there are 2 optional components that you can recover apart from the main target, which is of course the black box. And then finally, on your way back, you need to get 5 kills. That's it. You've now earned an extra $50,000 for not a whole lot of additional work here. Next is the fine art file. Once again, for this mission, we have 3 optional objectives. Number 1 is that you must enter the penthouse undetected, so no explosives or unsuppressed weapons. This is going to be a full stealth playthrough, something that I really suck at if you see my streams. Then, once you're inside the vault, find and click the hidden switch within 60 seconds to expose the goodies. And again, this is super easy because you can find it underneath a little round table next to the pillar, and its location stays the same no matter how many times you do the mission. And then for the 3rd optional objective, you need to take all loot from all 3 cabinets, not just the main one. And that's it, you're done. For the brute force mission, you have to reach Fort Zancudo within 5 minutes, which is a trivial task even if you're driving a snail of a vehicle. Then enter Area A undetected, which is easy if you just pay attention to your minimap and stay out of their vision cones. And finally, while escaping, destroy 5 enemy vehicles with the Scarab. Thanks to the futuristic top-mounted minigun, not only is this extremely easy, but it's also a lot of fun. And that's all the ways to make money with the new garment factory business. In my opinion, $2.35 million for this business is definitely worth it because not only are you getting 4 mini heists, but also a 10-car garage, fast travel, and the ability to install custom upgrades for your terabyte. The master control terminal alone makes the garment factory worth it because now you can manage every single one of your businesses from the back of your terabyte. And if you want to make your already tanky vehicle even more unkillable, you can install both the missile jammer and the silent running upgrades to turn it into a mobile HQ that even Thanos would be proud of. Alright, now that we've dealt with the elephant in the room, let's talk about its slightly less remarkable cousin, the bail office, which released earlier this year as part of the bottom dollar bounties update. And as part of this update, we got access to the new bail office business in which you play as a bail agent. And basically, you go around capturing both regular and most wanted targets, toss them into a jail cell, and wait for your payout. Each one of the regular missions takes around 5 to 10 minutes, and you can do 3 regular targets plus 1 most wanted target per day. The regular targets take 48 minutes or 1 in-game day to reset, while the most wanted target resets after 24 real-life hours. And this pacing makes money grinding with the bail office pretty much a bad idea here because the payout from regular targets is a meager $35,000 to $40,000 per mission, and even the most wanted target is only like $120,000 to $130,000 a mission. You can hire a pair of bail agents for $750,000 each who are going to bring up to $10K of passive income each hour, but also it's not going to be worth it for many players, especially when compared to the new Agents of Sabotage DLC, which lets you make way more money per hour and its content doesn't feel as repetitive. Plus, you get way more storage space in your Darnell brothers garage and unique Imani tech upgrades for the terabyte, not to mention those 5 fast travel locations across Los Santos. All things considered here, the bail office is fine as an extra piece of content to switch things up between MC businesses and heists, but it's just not as good as the new DLC. But how does the bail office compare to the Chop Shop update from the end of 2023 last year? Well, it takes another L because the salvage yard is way better at making money, and if you've already owned a document forgery office, you get to keep one of the many exotic salvage vehicles that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars for a tiny fee of just $10,000. The salvage yard offers 2 main types of content. First, you can do tow truck missions, which require that you own a tow truck, then you drive to a location on your map, bring a car in for salvage, and wait while your technicians scrap it for cash. It takes 1 in-game day, so 48 real-life minutes per car, and you can only do 2 salvage cars at a time. Max payout for the salvage is $60,000 a car, so you're getting up to $120,000 every hour with 2 vehicles. The main way of making money, however, though, is with robberies. You get 3 of these per week, and they're like heists, but instead of stealing artwork, jewelry, or cash, you're stealing high-value cars. Muscle cars, Italian exotics, custom off-roaders, all kinds of cool stuff. You get 3 a week, but they pay very well, anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000 for an hour's worth of work, including the setup and the finale. And ultimately, the Chop Shop and the Garment Factory stand out above the bail office, not just in terms of cash flow, but also the quality of content because they're just more fun to play through and offer more value for the money and time that you invest. Next, let's get into all of our older DLC updates and money-making methods, which you guys are probably very familiar with over the past several years that GTA Online has been active. There's a lot to go through here. In GTA Online's Agency DLC, there were several ways to make money that were introduced. So starting off, we have VIP contracts. And with VIP contracts, that's the Dr. Dre contract, which involves a series of free mode and instance missions. And the Dr. Dre contract pays out $1 million upon completion, and it consists of a multi-part mission involving multiple locations and tasks. We also have security contracts. These are free mode missions that can be started from your agency computer, and missions involve rescue operation, liquidize assets, vehicle recovery, and recover valuables. And the contracts have 3 levels with increasing payouts: professional, which pays out $30,000 to $45,000, specialist, which pays out $45,000 to $60,000, and specialist plus with $60,000 to $70,000 payouts. We also have payphone hits, where after completing 3 security contracts, you may receive a call from a payphone for assassination mission, missions with bonuses for following specific instructions. Killing the target without the special condition will net you $15,000, but doing it with the special condition will net you an additional $70,000 for a total of $85,000 for only a few minutes of work. Short trip missions, which are the Franklin and Lamar missions, are unlocked after completing the Dre contract, and these missions involve playing as Franklin and Lamar in a series of tasks including Seed Capital, Fired Up, and OG Kush, and these pay out $50,000 per mission, and while they are very fun, they're just not the best way to use the agency. And then finally we have the agency safe, and this is a really good passive way of money making. Granted, you've done lots of security contracts first. The agency safe can accumulate up to $250,000, and each contract completed by the player permanently increases the daily revenue by $100 added to the agency safe. However, the daily maximum income is capped at $20,000, which necessitates the completion of 201 total contracts to reach this peak daily earning. This is an ultra solo friendly business that is really useful for money making in this game. To set up the Acid Lab in GTA Online, you'll first need to complete the First Dose story missions, where you'll receive a free Brigade 6x6 vehicle, and after that, to make money with the Acid Lab, you'll need to have supplies. You can purchase supplies from Mutt either by visiting the Acid Lab in the Brigade 6x6 or just by calling him on the phone. A full batch of supplies costs $60,000, and supply missions provide 25% of supplies here. While supply missions can be fun if you're focused on maximizing profits, it is more efficient to skip them and buy the supplies directly. Each batch of supplies lasts 2.5 hours with the equipment upgrade, or 1.875 hours without the upgrade, and the Brigade 6x6 can also be requested from your interaction menu like any other service vehicle, making it easily accessible for you to call over. And there's no raids with the Acid Lab too, I should mention. Additionally, you can boost your production once every real life day to speed up acid production, and the time to create a full product set is reduced with the equipment upgrade, making it a worthwhile purchase as it significantly reduces production time and supply requirements. All in all, after a full Acid Lab stock has been sold, you'll have made $335,200 in only 3 hours. Granted, you have the equipment upgrade and you've used your daily boost. If no boost was used for your stock, that's still $335,200 in only 4 hours. And the sell missions are also just really easy, where there's only one vehicle and minimal drop-off destinations. This is arguably one of the top 3 best ways to make money completely as a solo player, and this business has 2 distinct ways of generating revenue. There's the Nightclub Warehouse and the Nightclub Safe. The Nightclub Safe functions as a virtually passive way of making money in GTA. However, players need to keep in mind the amount of money the safe generates is tied to the popularity of your nightclub, and so with that being said, you can improve the popularity of your nightclub through missions like promotional activities or dealing with rival clubs, which can earn you daily cash from the safe. But the best way of going about it though is just rebooking different DJs, or honestly, even better than that, you can use a function of bouncing patrons out of your club by going to the blue dot and engaging with them there. That will most likely get you back up to max popularity, and it only takes a few seconds. I'll usually do that when I return to my nightclub to collect my safe money, but moreover, you can also make money semi-passively with the warehouse business in the basement. Just hire a technician to automatically gather goods from your other active businesses, which are stored in the nightclub warehouse, and you can then sell these accumulated goods using the nightclub management computer, ideally waiting until your stock is fully built to maximize profit, but you can still make over $1.2 million even at about half capacity or so. However, remember to have all of the other relevant businesses like the motorcycle club businesses or your bunker active for the nightclub to generate product. We'll get into that a little bit later on, but for now, let's move on to the next solo money making method. But before we do that, if you enjoyed this video so far, or if you just found it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar Games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. This is one of my preferred ways to make money playing solo because the content here is just really fun. To make money with the auto shop in GTA, you can engage in 3 different activities. First, we have the auto shop contracts, which are basically jobs involving 2 prep missions and then a finale mission with significant payouts. The best one to play is the Union Depository contract for $300,000, and if a desired contract isn't available, you can always refresh the list by selecting any contract, leaving your auto shop, canceling the contract by calling Sasanta, and then re-entering your shop and selecting a new one. You can also profit from client jobs and auto shop client deliveries, where you customize and deliver vehicles according to your client's specifications, and this involves low, mid, and high tier vehicles, and profits range from $20,000 to $60,000 per delivery, with the option of also assigning deliveries to your auto shop staff to save time. Lastly, you can also earn money through exotic export missions, which are high value vehicle deliveries that randomly spawn across the map, and they can be completed by delivering them to the docks for $20,000 per vehicle. These vehicle locations can also be identified using the GTA web map for your convenience, which I will have linked in my description box down below. But jumping into number 5, we have vehicle cargo. cargo. In GTA Online, you can make money through vehicle cargo missions, and almost 7 years later, this is still an excellent way to make money solo. First, as a CEO, use your office computer to source vehicles, where we have standard, mid, and top range ones, and you can store them in your warehouse. Then you can sell these vehicles, with the top range vehicles fetching the highest price of $100,000. The 32 car method, which is the most popular strategy for making money with this business, suggests that you keep 10 standard and 10 mid-range cars in your garage at all times, ensuring that all source cars afterwards are top range. Additionally, you can earn bonuses by sourcing and selling specific vehicles as part of collections if you have multiple players helping you here. Minimizing damage to vehicles during your sourcing and your selling missions is crucial to maximize profit with this business, and always keep in mind to deliver the cars in perfect condition so you can get the full price. Rockstar also updated this business in December 2022 by adding a high demand bonus on vehicle cargo sales when lobbies are highly populated, and that means you can make up to another 50% on the sale with the max high demand bonus applied. In GTA, you can generate income through special cargo missions, and as a CEO, this does require an executive office, so keep that in mind. But to get started, just purchase a warehouse and special cargo warehouse using the SecuroServe network on your office computer. Then to start to source your cargo, this is going to spawn at random locations across the map, and you'll need to collect and deliver that cargo to your warehouse. Just be mindful that buying more cargo increases your mission risk, as multiple trips or players may be needed for the transport, and also costs a little bit more money, but it's going to save you a lot of time than just getting one cargo crate at a time. Once the cargo is in your warehouse, you can then sell it if you'd like. The more cargo sold at once, the higher the profit, and maximizing your profit per unit involves selling a full warehouse. You can manage your cooldowns by alternating between two warehouses if you so choose, buying cargo for one while the other one is on cooldown, which is what I prefer to do. That's the active approach, which was our only option up until last year's update, where now each warehouse will also have a technician that you have the option of paying $7,500 to, and they will go out and source the cargo for you. They'll take 48 real-life minutes to source 1, 2, or sometimes 3 crates, and these will be automatically delivered to your warehouse. You don't even need to be playing the game for these to get sourced, unlike other passive money methods where you need to be playing online. Now, this is my ultimate preferred way of sourcing cargo now with that latest update, and I'll just occasionally visit my warehouses to pay my technicians to source for me rather than spend hours doing it all myself. A full special cargo warehouse with 111 crates will sell for $2,220,000 in an invite-only session, so no need to worry about people blowing up your cargo in that session. In GTA Online, making money with the bunker business involves the manufacturing and selling of weapons, and once you own a bunker, ensure it's well supplied with materials either purchased or stolen to enable automatic stock production. When enough stock has accumulated, sell it via the delivery missions to local or distant buyers. Definitely recommend distant buyers here, the latter usually providing higher profits. Upgrading your bunker with staff, equipment, and security upgrades as well boosts your profitability by speeding up your manufacturing, increasing stock value, and reducing raid likelihood. Also, make sure to keep in mind it is technically possible for your bunker to get raided, but honestly the occurrence of it is so rare that it happens, so you honestly just don't need to worry about it too much. But also remember here that your bunker will only produce stock while you're playing online. When a sell mission of full bunker stock is completed, expect a payout of $1,050,000. Anything over 210 grand in stock value will spawn more than one sale vehicle though, so if you're completely solo and you want the easiest way of only using one vehicle with the bunker to make money, always sell your bunker as it has a stock value below that $210,000 threshold. In GTA Online, players can profit from motorcycle club businesses that were introduced with the Bikers update, and as an MC president, you can own and manage up to 5 businesses with the most profitability in the following order. We have the Coca-Cola Lockup, the Math Lab, the Counterfeit Cash Factory, the Grass Farm, and then the Document Forgery Office. These businesses passively produce goods over time, which can be sold for profit, and to ensure production, businesses require supplies which can be bought or stolen as well through supply missions. I recommend buying supplies since there's a lot of businesses here to keep up with. Once your goods are produced, they can be sold with larger sales, providing higher profits, but they also involve more complex delivery missions because they have several sale vehicles that you need to use for delivery. Businesses can be upgraded in 3 ways, just like the bunker. Equipment upgrades increase the product value, staff upgrades boost the production rate, and security upgrades reduce chances of NPC raids. Additionally, MC presidents can also undertake contract missions from the Clubhouse job board for cash and RP rewards. These missions are quite active and they do require you as a player to participate in them, but they're very fun, particularly the newer contract, which is called Life and Death Bikes, and that one pays $50,000, which isn't super high, but it only takes a few minutes to do. So I definitely recommend it if you want to add some variety to your gameplay. Now, word on the street is this business is really bad, and there is truth to that history, but with the most recent update to this business, it's actually pretty average now, I'd say, and we'll get into why. In GTA Online, profiting from a hangar involves sourcing and selling various types of cargo through air freight operations. Firstly, you can purchase a hangar through the in-game Maze Bank Foreclosures website, enabling you to start your air freight business via the hangar's computer, where you can also store your personal aircraft inside of your hangar. Then you can source cargo by undertaking missions tied to specific cargo types, like narcotics, chemical supplies, and medical supplies, for example. There are others you can source as well, but I recommend you farm one or all of those. Now, here's why. Once accumulated, you can sell your cargo from your hangar, but here's the catch. The more of a single cargo type you have, the higher the unit selling price for that cargo. So I recommend you focus on accumulating 50 narcotics, 50 chemicals, or 50 medical supplies. And that's basically how you make money with this business. Just like the other businesses with technicians, the hangar was also updated with that technician, so you can pay the technician $25,000 and they will go out and source air freight cargo for you with this business as well. And that's how I recommend you make money with it. Just do it completely passively, have your technician source it, and when your hangar's full eventually weeks down the line, definitely go sell it. This is the ultimate way to make money solo and also the most popular, so I did include it last in today's guide. Most players tend to farm this over and over until the game becomes boring and then they quit. So I recommend diversifying your gameplay experience here with all the other businesses we've discussed, but also this is your gameplay experience, so there's certainly no shame in min-maxing the game and just doing the Cayo Perico heist to get everything you always wanted unlocked. Now, to start this heist, you need to purchase the Cayo submarine, which serves as your heist headquarters, and installing the Sparrow helicopter, for example, is going to help for efficient scouting and transportation. The goal here is to scope out the Cayo Perico island for valuable secondary loot and gather intel on El Rubio's compound. Opt to go for solo if you want an amazing payout, or bring a crew if you want ease and maximum payout. The heist involves infiltrating the compound, stealing the primary loot target, and filling your loot bag with secondary targets, and escaping the island. Enemies spawn endlessly during this mission here, and some hold key cards necessary to unlock extra loot. There are different paths to follow and methods to execute the heist, and once you've got the loot, escape and return to the Cayo. The Cayo Perico heist can be repeated after a cooldown period, providing a steady source of income over your hours of enjoying GTA Online. If you want to get started on this heist and you're just getting started with GTA Online, once you have $2,200,000, buy the Cayo submarine and just farm this heist over and over for the easiest and fastest solo money imaginable. To make money with the CEO and VIP work in GTA, first, you need to register as a CEO by buying an office through the in-game website, but if you're totally broke and you can't afford an office, that's okay, because you can also register as a VIP if you just have $50,000 in your bank account using the Register as Boss SecuroServe CEO option in your interaction menu. Then you can start your VIP and CEO work from the interaction menu, and tasks include Sightseer, where you locate and collect packages, and that pays $20,000 to $27,000. Headhunter, where you eliminate targets across the city, and that pays $20,000 to $25,000. Hostile Takeover, which involves a package delivery while managing NPC enemies, and that pays out $15,000 to $30,000. And even Asset Recovery, where you steal vehicles from a police station and take them to a drop-off location, and that pays about $25,000. After completion, you'll have either a 5 or 15 minute cooldown on these, so just rotate out different ones to play to keep things fresh, and you'll make lots of money for more businesses in no time. Also, another honorable mention here is the weekly adversary modes and other game modes that go on double, triple, or sometimes even 4 times money. These do require more players to start the match, but they are, quote unquote solo in the sense that you don't need to actually party up with someone to complete content. To me, these are more quasi solo in my opinion, not really deserving of a spot on the solo money guide list, but these are definitely some good mentions if you don't have any sort of business in this game, as these will give you a boost early on and they rotate in and out each week, so things always feel fresh. Now, in conclusion, we've explored the top 10 best ways to make solo money in GTA Online. We've covered everything from lucrative agency missions and VIP work to the profit generating potential of nightclubs, auto shops, vehicle cargo, special cargo, bunkers, MC businesses, hangars, and the infamous Cayo Perico heist. With these diverse methods at your disposal, you can carve your path to mind-blowing riches in the bustling streets of Los Santos. So definitely now, get out there, master the art of solo money making, and watch your GTA Online bank account skyrocket. And definitely stay tuned for more GTA Online guides and strategies coming soon. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.